This is the Keystone Ancient Forest. It's an ancient forest because this is the way the forest has been for thousands of years. It's never been harvested, never been grazed, never been developed. So this is what it's looked like. Now the trees come and go. There aren't any really old trees. The oldest is about 300 to 500 years old.
Okay, what we have here is an example of one of the trees that was out here. This particular one is a white oak. This tree goes back to 1877. It died in 1991, so it's over 100 years old.
There's always new things here. It's blackjack oak, post oak, and black hickory are the most common. It looks the same year to year, but if you really look close, things are different. Notice how the grain is twisted. This is a feature of old post oaks. They twist, and I've noticed that they all twist the same way.
Right, this is where we take the fork. Really, the age of the cross timbers and knowing it's always been here is kind of what wanted to get me out here. They're a little young to appreciate that yet, but I like the fact that this is set aside to remain basically untouched and look as close to the same way it has for the last thousands of years before we ever settled out here and started getting our hands around all through it.
That is a good example of what an old tree looks like. Just like old people get bent and curled and wrinkled and knobby, so do trees. It's endured a lot of winters, a lot of ice storms, a lot of windstorms. Limbs have been broken off, new ones have taken their place. So as a result, it's knobby. The limbs that are left are kind of scraggly, they're at the top. It's not a pretty tree, but it's still alive. I don't know how old it is, but it's back before civilization came here. The Indians went through here on hunting parties. Beyond that, there's hard to say how old it is. Maybe it goes back to the Ice Age. The trees, the grass, the flowers, the animals are pretty much the same they've been for a long time. During this fall and spring, it's open every Saturday. During the heat of the summer, we only open one Saturday a month. And in the cold of the winter, only 1 or 2 Saturdays a month. One of the reasons we don't let people in all the time is because it is a preserve. We want to keep it the way it is.